And good day, viewers. As you guys know it, it's Friday and we are back. The grill is on, the fire is looking nice, and we are excited for a wonderful Friday. We have an exciting show for you guys, so please do stay tuned for this one. My word for the day, I'm going to give you guys a word for the day. So, lelori tangwaria chili. Everyone in the studio is like, what is this guy saying? I hope it's not, you know. So yeah, lelori tangwaria chili. So basically, that's a word from Nyemba. It's a Kavango language that just says today is a wonderful day, and it is definitely going to be a very wonderful day. So with me, as per usual, as is all the time, my right hand man, of course, that's Jesse Jackson Carwriter, the man, the myth, the legend, is with me in studio today. Jesse, how are you doing, brother?
Well, Brian, what an introduction there. I wish I could understand Nyemba. What? Wow. Okay, I'll go to. Let me give you mine. Okay. Meta Hashwana, Mamu Harisiwa, Turimo Studio Mbane. So that's like Oshera. Now I said, good day, viewers. We are in the studio and it's a good day. So we are also, that is with Dimitri Bitler from Afrocat Lions. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Dimitri, and nenatuli kwira nwayo moshirando pangero muno sticky bunny. So what I'm saying is basically we are eating a form of bread here in the capital, a capital version of the traditional shikwira in Shuambo.
Wow, Dimitri, that's lovely. I think, okay, one thing is, unlike Jesse that can't understand, I understood what you said. I understood what you said because, you know, you and I, we spoke earlier behind the cameras. We can speak close to 6-7 languages, any language that comes, we throw. So yeah, that's just one of the things that we can do. But Jesse B, before we move on and get into the real talk, like he said, we're having some sort of sticky buns. Please tell us as to why this is on the menu for today.
Well, like we just started the show, today is Mother Tongue Day, and that's why we have something of this nature. I mean, it's quite nice.
I'm very excited to get my first bite, but we'll be going for a short break. And for the viewers that do not know, it's Mother Tongue Day, but it is also Sticky Buns Day. So we just got ourselves some sticky buns, and we'll be diving into this ones as we go for a short break before we're back with a real talk.
Get ready for the Namibia 2027 World Cup preparation campaign. Check out the Welwitschias Boland Cavaliers clash live on NTV, DSTV, GoTV, and our Facebook pages. Playing on the 22nd of February 2025 at the Hage Geingob Stadium. Tune in at 2:30 p.m. to catch the game at 3 p.m. No spectators allowed due to the mourning period in honor of Dr. Sam Shafishuna Nyoma.
Okay, so without wasting any more time, someone we did have in the show last week, Woody Jacobs, is currently in South Africa as the brave Gladiators are preparing to take on Eswatini in the AFCON Qualifiers match that's scheduled for today. What time is it, Jesse?
Should be 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Okay, well, we do have a short interview with Woody Jacobs, so please do stay tuned as he gives us an update on how the team is looking before the game.
Welcoming us to your beautiful country. We came in the rain, and it's nice. The rain is always good. So yes, we are ready for Eswatini, a team that we've played against numerous times, and one that we also know has grown tremendously, especially in women's football. And we're not taking the encounter lightly. We want to qualify for the next round, for the final round of qualification of the AFCON competition. And in our way, it's a strong and exciting and a team that has really grown in leaps and bounds. So we are very much aware, and we're very much cognizant of the fact that we're not playing against a team that we'll just wallop. But we also know, we're also convicted in our belief that we are a strong team as well. And but every game is different. Last time we played in November, we played Eswatini and we managed to beat them in Kosafa in the last game of Kosafa. So this one is a different ball game altogether because it's a once-off game, played over 2 legs though, and anything can happen. Especially you playing at home make you so stronger. And I know that you're a proud nation, and I'm sure that the team would want to do well against us.
Okay, well, the sticky buns are quite nice with the butter in the middle. I like the taste of it. But Jesse, speaking of Woody Jacobs and the Brave Gladiators taking on Eswatini, a chance for this team to qualify for AFCON. What are the chances, do you think? And yeah, just tell us a bit about how the Brave Gladiators have what they have to do to get into the AFCON.
Well, Brian, it is an important fixture for us. We just have to remember that the last time we competed in the AFCON, women's AFCON, was in 2014. We were a host nation at that time, so we actually qualified by default. We had to be there. We have never actually qualified to the tournament on our own. So it is a crucial state for women's football because we have been coming of age. The FNB Women's Super League has literally contributed to the growth and development of the team. A coach like Woody Jacobs has also really done enough in terms of nurturing these players and developing them. Well, Senata is not there today in this match, which is quite an important miss. We know how her goals has been. But I think we need to beat Eswatini. It's an home and away. And then there will be another round before we can actually qualify to the women's AFCON. The big thing right now is, or the disadvantage that we have, is we're not playing home games in Namibia, as we know the situation with the stadiums. But we need to, at least the first match, draw first blood, score 3 goals, and take it to the second leg.
Dimitri, let me quickly get your thoughts on the Brave Gladiators. How have you been following them? Do you know that? How do you feel about how they're doing recently? And like Jesse spoke earlier, I think it was mentioned by Woody Jacobs last week on the show that we're playing at home. You know, so yeah, what are your thoughts on the fact that we're playing in South Africa?
Well, home ground advantage obviously has its advantages, but if a team is good, the team is good. It can play anywhere. But I'm not sure about them now playing away, how emotionally they feel about it, because emotions also play a big role in their performance. But I think it needs to be sorted out for us to play at home and have that morale of our fans and the stadium itself.
Very well said. Speaking of fans, we do have the Welwitschias match that is scheduled to take place tomorrow at Hagengop Stadium, and we all know that match will not be having any fans, but that doesn't mean you guys should worry. NTV will be on that one, covering it for you guys. And we do have a few interviews with the captain of both teams, so please do stay tuned as we have a look at those. Okay, so we are joined by Ruan. Ruan, just tell us, how's the mood looking in the dressing room, and how excited are you for the game against Boland Cavaliers?
I think everybody is quite excited. It has been quite a pre-season for the guys, so it's nice to have something to look forward to, even though there won't be any spectators in the stands. The guys have been doing a lot of running and stuff, so it's nice to get some game time with some actual rugby. Okay,
the year looks very busy for you guys. I mean, there's a lot of games to look forward to, international games to look forward to as well. All of this in preparations for the Africa Cup and World Cup qualifiers as well. How important is it for you guys to get this much game time as you can with the boys?
Yeah, it's vitally important to get as much game time as you can. We're actually looking to get some additional games for preparation. For us as a team, it's obviously very important to spend as much time together as we possibly can, and when the guys from outside the country also arrive later in the year, it's then also important for us to get some game time together with them as well before we embark on a journey to Africa Cup.
Okay, thank you for your time, coach.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, joined by Danko Burger, who will be captaining the Welwitschias against Boland Cavaliers. Excited times for you again, exciting times I'm sure, but just tell us, how excited are you for this game against Boland, and how good of preparation is this for the Africa Cup?
Yeah, I mean, we are very excited. We started last year with the off-season, pre-season this year, and the game was also almost cancelled. So for us to play this game, we're looking forward. It's a very important game for us with the preparation for the African Cup. So yeah, very excited.
How difficult of a task is it going to be having to play without the home fans?
Yeah, we played Boland actually. We played them in the Mzansi Cup last year with the crowd, so that was quite nice. But for us, without the spectators, will be tough because obviously I know they gonna back the boykies. But for us, it's difficult to play.
The Boland rugby team training for their game against the Welwitschias this coming Saturday in Windhoek, and I spoke to the captain of Boland, Thurlow Marsh.
Game against Welwitschias this Saturday. You've played there before, but it's always nice traveling to Namibia, and a big challenge still, unknown a little bit, but a big challenge for you guys in Windhoek.
Yeah, definitely. No, I think always the unknown is always a big factor, but playing against our neighboring country is very close to our heart. I think we have a lot in common. I know, and I can remember of our last fixture or encounter against them, that they were very, very physical in preparing for the World Cup that year, and now also for them preparing for the 2027 World Cup. I think they would want to put their physicality out there, and but also for us, I think it's a great honor and privilege to go and play them there this year as well.
Yeah. Also, your preparations went well. You've had a few warm-up games, and seems like that went well, and the group coming together nicely before the South African competition starts.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think we have a great balance between youth and experience in our group. I think the main aim for the coaches is to bring it together. And at this stage, the preparation in terms of the 3 warm-up games that we played already went quite well in terms of what we want to achieve out of the game. And now this being our 4th and final warm-up game before the SA Cup kicks off, I think this is vitally important that we take a lot of confidence in terms of what we want to do in the SA Cup from this game. So I think it's going to be critical that we execute well and that we stay focused in terms of attack and defense also.
Just lastly, it's still a time of mourning for former President Sam Nujoma that passed away. Just your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, as I mentioned earlier, our heartfelt condolences to the old president, Mr. Sam Nujoma, and also his family, as well as the Namibian government. Our thoughts are with him in the time of grief, and thanks once again for opening the border or the game for us to still have activity and then also still to play, even though it is behind closed doors. We are very grateful for the opportunity, and our thoughts are with them during this trying time.
Well, the match is scheduled for tomorrow at 3 o'clock, so please tune in on DSTV channel 285, GoTV 25, or you can check out our Facebook Sports Rap page for the latest updates on the game, since there are no spectators allowed. Well, I'm on my way to the kitchen. I'll be leaving the guys here, and I have my guest in the kitchen. Like we said, the menu is going to be around Mother Tongue Day, so please stick around as we get to cooking.
Slow internet should be a headache of the past, yet many Namibians have connections that just aren't fast. We have a solution that might set you free. It's called Mobile LTE, and it comes with real speed. You'll enjoy up to 50 megabytes per second from just $300 Namibian a month, and free internet browsing after midnight till 6. When it comes to staying connected, this is it. Visit Paratus.Africa/Namibia or our branches nationwide and experience the thrill of better internet with Paratus by your side.
Always prepared, Paratus.
We are all seeking connection to each other, to the world, to the spaces we exist in.
Poor sportsmanship right now from the lads.
1.85 for the national record.
Here's another chance, and it is a goal from Vindo Kahn.
Sy sê wie hy is aan neertrekker. Daai bal het my grond gevat. Ja, hy het grond gevat en is hier
running that mountain up. Okay, so we will be doing this. More advanced, slightly advanced.
So is jou trolley reg? Want
I love that. I love that. So then
Kickstart our countdown at number 5 with this one.
Op Netwerk TV se Klets Kompas gesels ons nuus van 'n Maandag tot Donderdag. Ons kyk ook na die weer en meer. Stories wat jou raak en stories wat saak maak.
They've made a mistake in denying me bail, and they've made several other mistakes in many other cases.
The channels that teach us something new or reflect our expression. So it goes beyond switching to the right station. It's about choosing the experience that can adorn the present, dressing it with our tastes as we expand our preferences, because what we are actually connecting to is boundless, limitless human energy. And this is the spirit of NTV.
Okay, so we are going to stick to the protocol observed, like they say when you have events. Okay, so you saw how we did it the other side. Everyone introduced themselves the way they're supposed to. So please give us an introduction, but don't do it in English.
Maskura Banji, Lichoninjani, Maskura Say, Vanavevu, is an African boy. It's always good to have quite a number or plethora of languages to yourself. And Mzora Nas, Trukubika, Chikafu Chekuno, Nyikasiri Chizarwa Chedu, Astirimo Mono.
Okay.
You thought I didn't have it, right? You thought, I got this.
Can you explain what the last bit was?
Should I explain it? Which language?
English
you want?
now, English.
Okay. So for the viewers, what I said is today we're making food that is very foreign to me, but this is a place that I've chose to live, and I'm going to be enjoying it. I'm not a huge meat eater, so I'm really excited and looking forward to it.
Okay, cool. So, guys, we are joined by Dixon Vambe, founder of NAMSPIRE Sports Village.
Sports Village, yeah.
Sports Village. Okay, we'll be talking about the Sports Village just now, but for our menu, like you said, you're not a huge meat eater. What we have for today is, like we said, we're sticking to the Mother Tongue Day, so we're keeping it traditional. So this dish is from the South, and to my people from the South, guys, please do not come for me. I'm really just trying to do what I can. I was just put on the spot and told we must make this.
Can I introduce the dish?
You can.
So the dish for this Friday afternoon is skill bikies.
Okay. Okay, so for today what we're doing is we have fat that was cleaned, and then you take the fat, you wrap, you put liver inside, and then you wrap it, and then you add toothpick to keep it together. In some cases, like Patricia told us, Patricia is now new on the team. She just joined us on the team. So she told us they usually fry up the liver already with some onion before they add it. I think that would have been better, but we didn't have enough time. So we're just going with the natural way. So if you can come closer and observe what has been done already. So these are the skull pikies, wrapped in fat, like you can see.
Seasoned already.
Marinated, they're already set down, they're ready to go on the fire. And then to eat this, you just need some a noodle salad, a curry noodle salad. Why am I talking about salad? That's what we have.
So the curry noodle salad is, of course, one of my favorites. Easy to make, and this is a dish that, if you're in university, this is what we survived on. And middle of the month, especially January, it was cabbage and noodle salad. And for those of you that are obviously looking to go and diet, remember what I said. Not a huge meat eater.
Okay.
We keep it nice and simple, and we get our protein from other things, from protein shakes.
Okay, cool. So you're saying in uni, this was the meal, your noodle salad with some cabbage, but now we're doing it with the skill pikies. Very excited for this one. Guys, you guys are going to have to hang tight. We still have a lot to talk about. We'll be getting into the NAMSPIRE Sports Village in the other segment. But for now, we're just getting ready to put these guys on the grill. So please do not go anywhere. We'll be back with you shortly.
Slow internet should be a headache of the past, yet many Namibians have connections that just aren't fast. We have a solution that might set you free. It's called Mobile LTE, and it comes with real speed. You'll enjoy up to 50 megabytes per second from just $300 Namibian a month and free internet browsing after midnight till 6. When it comes to staying connected, this is it. Visit Paratus.Africa/Namibia or our branches nationwide and experience the thrill of better internet with Paratus by your side.
Always prepared. Paratus.
We are now, that is, into half time. Definitely looking forward for the conversation I'm going to have here with the gentleman, Dimitri, a jack of all trades. I've seen you coaching quite a number of sport codes. I think back in the days you were coaching, that is youth football. I saw you in some school league coaching a team that's from Afrocat as well. Afrocat is a diverse club with netball, volleyball and stuff. I just want to start the focus on the football aspect of it. There was a time that you guys were beat off at, but have you guys managed to get back?
It's a bit challenging. Right now, we have heard of the third division coming into play in Commerce, but it's really a big challenge for clubs to come into the mainstream football, and that has been our challenge. And we've been active. It's just that it's so hard to get into the mainstream football right now in the country, especially in Commerce.
Mm-hmm. So. Tell us more about this Afrocat Sports Club. I think the netball has flourished more than the other sport codes. You guys have been in the MTC Premier League and all that, divisions and stuff. How do you guys manage all these sport codes at once?
Well, we have a good management structure, but it's all about passion, and I think sports in Namibia is all about passion. And that drives us to be able to sustain all this. And the volleyball as well picked up recently, then the Premier League as well. So it's only the soccer that is struggling a little bit.
Yes. Soccer, as you mentioned it there, is quite one of the most popular sport codes, if not the most popular sport code in the country or around the world. The opportunities it gives to players and stuff like that. And I'm sure among the challenges has been the fact that sports facilities in the country are not at the standard they should be, and some are just not there at all. Has this trickled down to the fact that you guys were not able to really advance in the development of the football side of things?
Yes, Jesse. Talking about facilities, around Windhoek, most of the facilities are closed. Commersdal Stadium being one of the only facilities for soccer now that is available. Sam Nujoma also closed. So almost all the big fields are closed within Windhoek. But the sad part is that there are a lot of facilities when it comes to schools having facilities, but they're not up to standard, they're not maintained. Access to these fields is a challenge. So it's tough. It's tough in the soccer sphere to get in with that.
All right. Speaking of toughness, one of the things we just spoke about when the show started is about the Independence Stadium. I think it's a discussion that that has been on the lips of many people in the country. We know that the stadium has not been up to CAF and FIFA standards. Our national teams are playing away from home. And recently we just heard that the country will need 2 billion Namibian dollars to bring this stadium up to standard. Do you believe that the realization of having this stadium fixed is going to happen?
I think the challenge is that the planning towards the stadium has been a problem, because they were supposed to put it in segments over maybe 5 to 10 years to maintain and upgrade the stadium. Now the pressure is on the government to immediately do what they were supposed to do over a span of 20 years. They've waited too long, and that's the reality. You can't drive a car until the wheels fall off. You have to keep maintenance on it. So the stadium required maintenance for about 20 years or so, but it hasn't been done. Now that whole load of 20 years is being put into 1 year, which comes to 2 billion.
2 billion, yes. We understand that sport is going to be one of the priority funded areas in Namibia. I think with the new government coming in, it has been, let's say, for the past few years, or since independence, has been, we say, the stepchild, because it literally receives minimum funding from the coffers of the government. But the tone in which they are currently speaking in terms of making it a priority funded area, probably the second most funded area in the sector. Do you see or feel a breeze of a wind of change in terms of how sport will go forward?
Well, definitely, and I think the challenge is the involvement of all the stakeholders, even those that we don't consider stakeholders as well. If you take your municipalities, your town councils, and local authorities, and all these guys are also part of the system, and we overlook them at most of the instances. There are a lot of other stakeholders as well that are not directly linked to the sport that need to be brought on to realize that dream that we're talking about, that we can professionalize some of the sport codes in Namibia.
Definitely. I think you heard it there from the man himself, Dimitri Bitler. These guys that have been running big clubs, and if you say like the Afrocat Alliance, I've heard that name for a while now, and I'm sure that you're speaking from experience. What would you like to see in the next few years in terms of the whole setup in terms of sports?
Well, the biggest challenge that I need to be addressed is facilitation, and I think we're not able to be facilitated properly in the country. That is the one. And then two is at least one male sport and one female sport to be professionalized would also be able, so they can have a decent salary. That would also take us. And then the third one is also to copy what other countries are doing, and seeing if we can enter Namibia into the mainstream competitions as well. For example, the Welwitschias or the Brave Warriors or whoever we are going to select.
Wonderful. Well, Brian, you were cooking in the kitchen. What do you call this thing again? Skelpat.
Okay.
Skelpat?
So on the menu we have skelpikes. I got lost in listening to Dimitri. Dimitri picked up so much. I think my favorite thing that you just said is you can't drive the car until the wheels fall off. I mean, you have to check in for service. You have to stop somewhere, get an oil check. But we'll talk more about that in depth when we get to talking about the food. So the food is cooking, the food is ready. I have to actually even go to the kitchen, but for now, weekend tips are coming up next with Jevon Wilson, where we'll be giving you some tips and you guys can make yourself some money over the weekend, so please do stay tuned.
Your life could change at any second, but you'll never know until you take the chance. With sports betting, number games, and online casino gambling, JSB is your best bet. Will you be Namibia's next instant millionaire? Place your bets easily online at jsbsports.bet or at any JSB location nationwide. We'll take you to the action anywhere, anytime. JSB, where the next instant millionaires come to play. Strictly no under 18s. JSB supports responsible gambling. Winners know when to stop.
Get ready for the Namibia 2027 World Cup preparation campaign. Check out the Welwitschias Boland Cavaliers clash live on NTV, DSTV, GoTV, and our Facebook pages. playing on the 22nd of February 2025 at the Hage Geingob Stadium. Tune in at 2:30 p.m. to catch the game at 3 p.m. No spectators allowed due to the mourning period in honor of Dr. Sam Shafishuna Nyoma.
Your favorite tipsters are back with another banger episode. This one, Jevon, I have a very good feeling about this weekend. I think I said that last weekend, but this weekend it's different, I promise. But brother man, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Yourself?
Can't complain. Please tell us, how did last weekend go? Thoughts on last weekend? Thoughts on the knockout stages of the Champions League before we get into the bed slips?
Yeah, as we spoke about it last week, obviously Real Madrid, as I said, difficult to beat at the Santiago Bernabeu. I mean, that was an easy game for Mbappe scoring a hat-trick there. So that was a banker. I think Dortmund disappointed a lot of punters.
Yes.
They were 3-0 ahead of Sporting, and they just couldn't score on the day there. I think it was goalless at the Signal Iduna. PSG, that was also a banker as we spoke about, smashing Brest there. And then PSV, interesting.
PSV.
I think they're playing decent football, very good quality flair football.
I think that was the shock result for me.
Yeah, but I'm starting to like the new Champions League format. Yeah, you know, like you get all different big clubs playing against each other in early stages instead of only in the later stage.
Yeah, and we saw big teams getting knocked out. AC Milan got knocked out by Feyenoord. Juventus got knocked out by PSV. The Dutch teams are doing well.
Yeah, Milan at home conceding late there against the Feyenoord, as you just mentioned, was also an upset there. But yeah, onwards and upwards, we have to see what the knockout stages now have in store for us.
Okay, cool. So this weekend we have a big game on Sunday. I realized on your bet slip you didn't touch them, but we have Liverpool taking on Man City. I'll get your thoughts on that one a little bit later. But let's quickly have a look at Jevon's bet slip. I think very, very exciting. Jevon always goes for high odds. I saw you mixed it up a little bit. You went with teams from the Championship side, and then you also went for teams in the Premier League side. Okay, not wasting any time. Please tell us what your thoughts were on putting that slip together.
So the slip that I had, I think Fulham are playing Palace. There's like 5 spots between them. Fulham have won 3 more games than the Palace, but the goal difference really stands out for me there. I think Fulham are plus a +5 and Palace -3. Fulham are playing at home, so I'll give them the banker there. Brighton against Southampton, although they're playing away at St. Mary's. You know, Southampton are like bottom of the log and Brighton are 10th, so there's like 10 spots there. I think Brighton are a safe pick there. Same as Blackburn and West Brom. Blackburn 5th, Blackburn 5th, West Brom 6th, and the sides that they're playing, which is Swansea and Oxford, are 16th and 17th respectively in the Championship log. So as you can see, Blackburn and West Brom are fighting to possibly get promoted, I should say. So I would go with that. I think 15 odds is a decent bet for those four games.
15 odds, $100 gets you 1.5. That's good money. I'm not that familiar. I don't keep tabs on the Championship like that, but I agree with the Southampton Brighton fee. So let's have a look at mine. Mine just has 3 games on it, and I'm going for 19 odds with 3 games. So Jevon has 5 games. I have 3. So all my games are away wins. I'm going with Brentford to beat Leicester City. That's happening today. The game kicks off at 10 o'clock. I'm going for Brentford to win the game and both teams to score. And in my second game, I'm going with Tottenham Hotspurs that just beat us the other weekend 1-0. I think they're going to get the best of Ipswich, but I do see Ipswich scoring with Delap's form. Delap is the main man there, so I trust he will score. And then in my last game, I'm going Brighton as well, but I'm spicing it up a little bit and going with Brighton to win and an over 2.5 there, because I do see them scoring at least 2 goals, and I trust that Southampton will get a goal. So I might change it to Brighton and both teams to score. That might push your odds up to maybe close to 25-30. So $100 on this, Jevon, that gets you 1.9, close to 2,000. I think good money going into next week.
Decent money to recover the month. I think it's been a bit tricky over the last 2 weekends.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think both our bets look good on paper. And as you said, the Man City Liverpool match is it's the match of the week. Anything can happen there, but obviously Liverpool being in form and like I think 8 points clear at the top, it's going to be interesting. Especially City coming from the Champions League exit now.
Okay, before we talk about EasyPay, before you let us know what's happening with EasyPay, give us your bold prediction for that Sunday's late kickoff.
Look, it's a difficult match. You can never write off Man City.
Never.
Yeah, never. But Liverpool are in good form, really good form. They did manage not to get the win. They drew against the Villa the other night at Villa Park. I think they were playing a bit safe and they were had in the back of their mind. I think they had the City game there. I'd go with the upset. I'll go with Man City to win there. And also, it's just interesting, and it's good for the neutral in the league. You know, instead of Liverpool running away with the title. Yeah. So yeah, so that perhaps Arsenal can still be in contention and possibly Forest.
Score prediction?
It's a tough game, eh? I think there's both teams to score definitely there. I'll say 3-2 to Man City.
3-2 to Man City. I'm going to be bold and say Liverpool continue their good form. I'm going to go 2-1 Liverpool. Okay, tell us a bit about EasyPay. What's the chat?
Yeah, so we are finally on EasyPay on the Kazang format. So what you can do is you can go to any outlet that has the Kazang, and then you can buy a voucher there, and you can top up your JSB account yourself. Easy steps, you go onto the website under deposits. It gives you the steps there, or you can follow us on Facebook or on Instagram, and it should show you the steps there as well. It's the same as the Airtime City OTT vouchers that we currently have that our clients are using out there. So it's just another means of deposits which make it easier for you to quickly go to the store, near the shop, top up your account and get that bet in as soon as possible.
Lovely. That just makes things easy for a lot of us because I know there's a lot of shops that have Kazang in Rocky Crest. So I can just quickly jump fast. Okay, well, we don't have much time. And then the last thing I wanted to touch on is the Soccer 13 pool. How is it looking this weekend?
Good pool on Sunday. That's the City and Liverpool match. 6.5 million. It's a guaranteed jackpot. As I said last week, what that means is if you are the only winner, the only ticket holder, to get all 13 correct, that entire money goes into your bank account.
6.5 million Namibian dollars. Sylvanus, I hope you're watching and you are very excited for this one because Sylvanus always tries, but it doesn't work out for him.
You can't win the raffle, you don't buy a ticket, right?
And you only lose when you give up.
Yeah, but if you lose with us, we play besides the Soccer 13, if you sign up to JSB and you lose $20 or more on your bet, you automatically enter into our mega giveaway, which is coming up at the end of May, which is massive there. We're giving away, the top prize is 250,000 Namibian dollars in cash.
Okay, I hope he's listening. I know he is. Okay, well, guys, for this segment, that's all that we do have for you. We'll be going to our correspondent from Botswana. That's Rorisang Mohojwe, all the way from Botswana. She'll just be giving us a little bit of an update from what's happening in Botswana regarding sports. So please do stay tuned.
Your life could change at any second, but you'll never know until you take the chance. With sports betting, number games, and online casino gambling, JSB is your best bet. Will you be Namibia's next instant millionaire? Place your bets easily online at jsbsports.bet or at any JSB location nationwide. We'll take you to the action anywhere, anytime. JSB, where the next instant millionaires come to play. Strictly no under 18s. JSB supports responsible gambling. Winners know when to stop.
Well, as we know, the World Athletics event is a prestigious track and field relays event hosted by the World Athletics. It brings together elite teams to come and compete in track and field events from across the globe, and therefore this essentially means that Botswana continues to push, continues to place itself on the global arena, on the global stage when it comes to track and field as well as athletics. Now, the fact that Botswana is looking to host, or is at least bidding to host this very prestigious event, it means that it is positioning itself on the global stage. Not only that, but according to the Botswana Athletics Association, it is in line with the country's plans to celebrate its 60th anniversary next year. Botswana gained independence in 1966, and therefore the year 2026 marks 60 years of independence. And according to the Botswana Athletics Association, which confirmed in a statement, which reads, as part of the celebrations, Botswana Athletics Association is bidding to host the World Athletics Relay for 2026. It also further announced that as part of the bidding process, a delegation from the World Athletics Bid Committee will be in the country on Friday the 21st, and that's this week, until the 23rd to assess the nation's preparedness. The athletics committee will be arriving in the country in order to evaluate Botswana's readiness to host this very prestigious athletics event. Well, as we know, the World Athletics event is a prestigious track and field relays event hosted by the World Athletics. It brings together elite teams to come and compete in track and field events from across the globe, and therefore this essentially means that Botswana continues to place itself on the global arena, on the global stage when it comes to track and field as well as athletics. Now, the fact that Botswana is looking to host, or is at least bidding to host this very prestigious event, it means that it is positioning itself on the global stage. Not only that, but according to the Botswana Athletics Association, it is in line with the country's plans to celebrate its 60th anniversary next year. Botswana gained independence in 1966, and therefore the year 2026 marks 60 years of independence. And according to the Botswana Athletics Association, which confirmed in a statement, which reads, as part of the celebrations, Botswana Athletics Association is bidding to host the World Athletics Relay for 2026. It also further announced that as part of the bidding process, a delegation from the World Athletics Bid Committee will be in the country on Friday the 21st, and that's this week, until the 23rd to assess the nation's preparedness. The athletics committee will be arriving in the country in order to evaluate Botswana's readiness to host this very prestigious athletics event.
Okay, so Dixon, I left you to do most of the work in the kitchen. The work is done. For the viewers that want to know where you can get these wonderful recipes from, so the number that you should dial, I had this issue with this number for the longest of times, but it's 085-785-6231. I'm going to repeat it once more for the viewers, 085-785-6231. Save the number and text hashtag in the mix to get the latest recipes. And if you missed an episode, you can just type that in as well and you'll get the latest episode. How was it preparing the skill pikes?
Look, I think I've become an international-based skill pikes chef. I really enjoyed it because the thing is with them, remember you gave me your own version of the recipe where people fry them first, fry the liver first, and then you put them on. But with my recipe,
your recipe, okay,
it was you taste for yourself.
Okay, I'm very excited.
I think in Oshiro they say Maisha Tashiri. That's what I want to hear from you.
Maisha Tashiri. Okay, we'll hear those words from Jesse, I'm sure. He's more of like a meat eater. This is not like his way of eating meat, but I'm sure he will like it. But we don't have much time. I'd just like to dive into 2025. What does the year look like for NAMSPIRE Sports Village?
Look, I think the year caught us unaware. A lot of things that are happening. As I left now from the village coming here, we have the Namibia Handball Federation doing their level C courses. So they've got about 40 of their participants from all the regions participating there. We've got the Alexander Forbes Paddle Corporate League starting now in the month of April. We've also in talks with different companies to start the National League, because we've just registered the Namibia Paddle Tennis Federation at the home of paddle. With regards to cricket, we've amped up with regards to our coaches, a lot of private coaching that we're focusing on, especially over the weekends. We are now also resurfacing our five-a-side football field, which is exciting. And because we got the call to say, okay, look, especially with the incoming cricket teams from the Netherlands and Canada that are coming for the ICC Cricket World Cup League 2 matches against Namibia. So they would want to use the NAMSPIRE Sports Village as their place of relaxation on their off days. So come warm up, do a little bit of five-a-side cricket, play paddle, and those that want to hit the nets, get your eye on the ball. If you want to shoot some hoops, we've got the 3x3 basketball court.
If you remember last time you and I went I came to visit you there, the internet is fantastic. The smoothies are fantastic. You can play, like you said, 3v3 basketball. I did a few shoots. We did the football as well. I fell somewhere by the cricket, if you remember. I swung so hard, like I almost broke the bat, I think.
Look, I think credit goes to you, especially going back at the last Cricket World Cup where you went to represent all of us, as giving us all the freshest and live updates from the World Cup there in the islands. And I think you picked up a bit of skill. And maybe 2025 for you, it's for you to take your cricket game a bit more serious. And we might get someone from the K world becoming the first cricketer.
Yeah, because look, I think it was all in the
Not
swing.
too late to change the career.
Not to change the career though. Okay, cool. I might think about it because in the swing, I think that's where the mistake came because I twisted my leg too much.
Yeah, there's a bit of a balance that's required where you move your weight from one side of the body to the other side. It's a bit of technique. I mean, for anyone to master cricket, it takes a minimum of 3 years. So cut yourself some slack. 2025 is a year of trying new things. If cricket is not for you, maybe paddle, maybe some couple of hoops, or maybe you just come and chill there and have the finest smoothies, some protein shakes. And we've also got the Heineken lounge as well there for the 0.0. I know you're not the biggest drinkers, so come.
Okay, but for the viewers that are at home, this is not just for people to know. For those that are now wondering, these guys are talking about NAMSPIRE Sports Village. What is NAMSPIRE Sports Village? You guys are mentioning all these wonderful things. Just let them know what it is, what it's all about, how they can make their way there, and just those details.
So I think for ease for everyone, if you go to the Olympia swimming pool, it's diagonally opposite the Olympia swimming pool. It's on the corner of Sean McBride and Tennis Street. When you come in there, you see the full international standard paddle tennis courts, the five-a-side soccer pitch, the 3x3 basketball, and the cricket. And you know what's even exciting? Tomorrow we're launching the NAMSPIRE Wellness and Health Center. So free massages for everyone. We're also going to be doing IVs and immune boosters for everyone that comes tomorrow, especially from 5 o'clock onwards, because we have the men's Team Americano tournament, which is some of the best paddle players that we've had in the past year.
I couldn't have said it any better. So you guys heard it from the man himself. Do not waste any time. If you feel like, no, it's big. Wait, so what time you said?
From 7 o'clock in the evening. As the sun is coming down, come grab yourself a cocktail, lie down, free massages for everyone. And on a Sunday, if you've had a bender on a Saturday, maybe come for the IV.
I'll take you up on the 7 o'clock tomorrow because I think after the rugby, after the Welwitschias game against the Boland Cavaliers, I might need a bit of stretching because I know it's going to be a stressful match for us to watch because we're playing against a very, very good team. Well, the food is ready. So just a few more minutes and then we get to serve the boys that are hungry and waiting to eat. But guys, please do not move an inch as we are headed to the other side of the table.
Get ready for the Namibia 2027 World Cup preparation campaign. Check out the Welwitschias Boland Cavaliers clash live on NTV, DSTV, GoTV and our Facebook pages. Playing on the 22nd of February 2025 at the Hage Geingob Stadium. Tune in at 2:30 p.m. to catch the game at 3 p.m. No spectators allowed due to the mourning period in honor of Dr. Sam Shafishuna Nyoma.
Slow internet should be a headache of the past, yet many Namibians have connections that just aren't fast. We have a solution that might set you free. It's called Mobile LTE, and it comes with real speed. You'll enjoy up to 50 megabytes per second from just $300 Namibian a month and free internet browsing after midnight till 6. When it comes to staying connected, this is it. Visit Paratus.Africa/Namibia or our branches nationwide and experience the thrill of better internet with Paratus by your side.
Always prepared. Paratus.
Okay, so we'll show, I think, Jesse, for you guys that didn't see the video of me explaining now the whole leg thing, we'll show it a little bit later. Dixon is almost basically done. That's what happened.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. I think I swung too hard and then it didn't work out like it was supposed to, but I hit a few good ones as well. So Dimitri, thoughts on the skull pikeys? You heard Dixon saying he's become an international skull pikey Briars. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, you didn't explain to the people basically what skulpad means. It's an Afrikaans word saying tortoise. And maybe a small history is because it looks like a tortoise, they named it. There's a couple of them. There's even Pof Adder, It looks like a snake.
So it's very nice to have Dimitri. Dimitri, thank you for bringing that up because I honestly forgot to even let the viewers know what skull pikeys are. But yes, skull pikeys, Afrikaans for tortoise, just because they resemble or they have the shape of a tortoise.
Well, Dimitri, because I didn't know what skull pikeys is, so these guys, before we came here, they were telling me it's the real skull pikeys that we're going to eat. And I said I'm not coming. So I'm glad it is not the real skull pikeys though.
Okay, on a more serious note, okay guys, we touched on a lot of things. Before I want to hear on your insight on Afrocat. You know, you guys have a lot of different clubs in different sports codes. Just being a part of that and having to do all that admin work, what type of attention and work does that require?
Well, it's a second job. That's why I said I have two jobs earlier on when I told you I have two jobs. I have my day job and I have the other job, which is sport. It takes a lot. It takes a lot, but I think preparation is important when you're running an organization of that nature. We have over 16 teams, close to 20 teams in different sport codes. Yeah, so it's a bit crazy at times, but it's fun. When in January hits and there's nothing to do, I actually start breaking down the house.
Okay, and the food, we are ready. I think, Dixon, you can grace us with your presence and then let the men taste the food, and then we decide if it really is an international skull pikey dish.
Well, gentlemen, this is gonna blow your mind.
Okay, just a bit of an insight. What did you do with the skull pikeys, with the whole dish that makes it international? What adds that international element to it?
I think the international element is obviously the perfect blend of spices. And the last thing that I put was a little bit of dry parsley and then a little bit of a lemon squeeze. So it's going to be like something you've never had before. I think, gentlemen, you can go for it. I'm here to watch how you're going to react, so as the viewers.
Okay, so I say Dimitri, get the first
I should go.
Yes.
Well, the garnish looks so nice. I don't even want to touch it. It looks international.
Go ahead, especially this one.
Okay, let me go for the one you specifically point. Okay.
Okay. While we wait for his thoughts, we were speaking on the fact that it's going to cost about $1 billion, no, $2 billion to renovate the Independence Stadium for us to now host games again. Personally, for me, we might as well use the money to just build another stadium if that's what it's going to cost. But what are your thoughts on the fact that that's the amount that's needed to renovate the stadium?
Look, I think Dimitri earlier alluded to the fact that we waited for too long. I think we having the right conversations. It's now having the right conversation and implementation is two different things. And we just need to make sure that the whole nation understands how that money is going to be raised, where is it coming from, and who is herding those projects. And maybe an artistic impression of what it looks like currently, and then what it is going to look like. And maybe do a bit of a poll. It's an age of internet to say, should we put the money in the same stadium, or should we split in the sense of we put $1 billion here and we build another facility closer to where the people are? And maybe do a bit of a comparison to see how much cricket has spent in building their own stadium,
Yes.
and how much, and if the Costa, make sense, and if it's a sustainable development that we need to do. And I think it also has to become a bit of a national effort once that money is put in all, because there is talk of developing facilities in all the 14 regions. And I think it has to become a national effort and a sense of pride of our brand Namibia to make sure that we take care of the facilities that we have and that we need. Because sometimes I feel like as people we say, yeah, but this is not done, and then I go there and I vandalize the toilet or the stands. So I think we also need to keep ourselves honest when it comes to that.
I think this is the most important reason as to why we need to have the likes of Dimitri, Dixon Vambe on shows like In the Mix to just break down. And I like the idea of the poll. Give people the choice to choose. Should we really renovate the stadium with the whole $2 billion, or maybe invest $1 billion and then try and build something else? Gentlemen, the international dish, what are the thoughts?
Well, this is the way to prepare liver. I'm not a liver fan, but definitely this is a nice touch to the liver. It just makes it a bit moist. I think the fat makes it moist, and then the seasoning just makes it just out of this world.
Yeah, it's a secret blend of spices, and like what Brian said earlier, the number again, so that they can get this secret recipe of mine. I'm sharing it with the world and giving everyone an opportunity to wow their families this weekend.
Wow, guys, the number 085 785 6231. If you've never had a skull pikey before, so hashtag in the mix, as you can see there, hashtag in the mix. If you want to get the latest recipes that we do have on the show, if you want to make yourself an international dish, and if you just missed out on this wonderful episode where we've just spoken of so much things that involve sports, be it the Independence Stadium, be it the teams that are playing in South Africa, be it the game that we are going to be at on Saturday, hashtag in the mix. It's really as simple as that. Wow, international. I agree.
You said it's Mother Tongue Day.
Yes.
How would you say wow and this tastes really nice in your mother tongue?
Okay, interesting one. I would say Ezinyama utoa rasili. So basically what that means is this meat is very delicious. I don't know, I can't say skull pikey in my mother tongue because I don't know what skull pikey is in my mother tongue. But Jesse, Dimitri, I would expect the same from you guys. Comments on the food in the mother tongue.
Dis baie lekker, and that's in Afrikaans, the same vernacular that skull pikey comes from.
Yeah, Mama Ishaka. So you have become my chamari from now.
Only as good as you prepare. So,
okay, well, viewers, that's all the time that we do have for you on the show. We hope you enjoyed the conversations we brought to you. And please do comment in the comment section below. Tell us what you like. And the poll thing, I think we'll work on something like that. But from us in studio, it's a wonderful Friday, and it is goodbye.
Bye.